No grizzled old salesman ever took a green young sales rep by his shoulders and told him, if you want to really create a customer for life, sell him the junk. Not a chance. That customer would quickly lose all confidence in your company and you as a company representative, running scared down the price cutting route. But salespeople and proposal writers do this all the time because they paint themselves into a corner through repeated price cuts. What's the result? When you sell a customer cheap crap because of price objections, he loses all faith in your willingness and ability to recommend the right solution to his problem. Moreover, he'll never trust your prices if he finds you to be a pushover. Indeed, once you show yourself to be scared of price objections, customers will always think you can sharpen your pencil a little more or find some other trick up your sleeve. Price cutting begets price cutting. Your customers will engage in a never-ending cycle of bluffing to get you to lower prices again and again. Will this bring about happy, loyal customers? No way. If your proposal wins, you win at a horrible, unsustainable margin. And you've done it for a customer whose sole concern appears to be cost, not value. If you lose, all you've done is show this customer that your prices can be cut on demand. Either way, a customer who is only interested in price and not in having a lasting, productive business relationship will have fewer scruples in using your proposal to bludgeon down the prices of competitors. And when that person cuts price, the same will be done to you. The result is a downward spiral of morale and trade and innovation. It pushes away customers who value quality and relationships. It only attracts other customers who demand price cuts, like sharks in the water. The qualities of success. Statistics show that some salespeople and some proposal writers will never sell more than a certain amount per month or per year. We also know that this is their own fault. In truth, there is no practical limit to the amount of goods and services a person can sell. The actual limit is in the amount of ambition, drive and energy the rep has, and how much the rep cares. The in it for myself salesman will never get great results because he's not interested in the company or what he's selling, only in himself. He stays at the same mediocre place on the leaderboard year in and year out. No surprise, he also stays at the same rate of salary and commission. With proposal writers, when they're separate from the salespeople, it's the same thing. I've noticed that if 20 proposal writers all started out at one time, you wouldn't even need a year to see that only 4 out of the 20 had the drive to be great. These ones will sell twice or 3 times as much, and will do it at higher prices and far better terms. They see the opportunities and have the drive to grasp them. And it should be mentioned that only 1 out of 20 of them will really achieve something special, moving up management until they're in the big time. 1 out of 20. It's sad. The other 16. They're stuck grumbling and whining and cutting prices. What's the alternative? Just as no kid dreams of growing up to be a loser, no proposal writer dreams of being a cowardly price cutter. How do you stand firm on price, whether in writing, on the phone or in person? And just how do buyers always seem to know who to ask for price concessions? What's the quality they're lacking? Consider this story. A salesman who wrote his own proposals worked for a machine parts factory. They made specialty parts for companies like when a manufacturer wants a screw with special grooves that the public can undo with normal screwdrivers. They had come out with a new line of screws for use in automobiles and planes and other places where they would be subjected to intense vibration. These had a special ability to relock themselves before they could come loose. The company gave him some of these screws to show clients as he was out on a road trip visiting them. Right before he was going to visit the first client, he realized he didn't have a price sheet for them. He emailed his boss, but went ahead and showed them anyway. The customer was very interested. The salesman looked at the screws, used his experience, and judged them to be worth about 90 per 1,000. Not one to miss a sale, he went ahead and quoted this rate to the customer. The customer was fine with it, so he took the order. It turned out that his boss had been in an accident and was in the hospital. So the salesman kept on quoting the same price to each customer he visited. Nobody complained about the price, and he quickly sold hundreds of thousands of the screws. He told his customers about his boss' accident and stipulated that the orders were subject to his boss' approval. Why? Not because he wasn't confident that they were worth 90, but because he thought he might be selling them too cheaply, that they should cost more than 90. Imagine the surprise then, when his boss gets better and emails him back that they had been planning on selling them for 50 per thousand, barely half what the salesman was already getting. The company was overjoyed naturally. But the real question is, how did it happen? Shouldn't the salesman, without even having a price sheet, have been unsure? Shouldn't the customers have smelled blood in the water and argued price? Shouldn't he have been ready to cut prices? Moral courage. The missing ingredient. The answer is that this is an example of a sales rep with moral courage. Yes, he had the experience to determine a price, but so would lots of salespeople. The difference was that he also had the courage and conviction to have confidence in it. This is the key to stopping price cutting. Have the courage to understand and be confident in your price. Once you are confident in your price, it makes no sense to cut it. If you are confident in your car, you don't remove a tire, do you? If you don't understand why your price is what it is, stop. Learn what you need to learn until you do understand and feel confidence. If you feel internal confidence, your words and writing will project confidence as well. If you are confident in your price, then you feel justified making quality or time or something else your main point. If you feel your goods are worth 90 per thousand, you'll project that confidence. And when you don't cut your price, the buyer then has to make their own choice. Do they go with your quality, or do they go with whatever a competitor can scrounge up for some cut rate amount? Some buyers really are price buyers, and you'll lose their business if you don't have an economy line. But most buyers, even most of them that pretend to be price buyers, are value buyers. When they see you won't cut your price, your confidence gives them confidence in the quality of your goods. Your courage gives them faith in your recommendation. Additionally, if you take the time to become confident in your own price, you will have the information you need to meet objections, giving the buyer further confidence in you, your recommendation, and your goods. When all is said and done, proposal writing and selling in general is a matter of having the courage to deserve, win, and keep confidence, and that applies to yourself as much as to the buyer.